You calling everybody else. Calling single folk about your relationship. The devil is a liar. I know I'm right. Y'all don't have to say nothing.
Amen.
Calling broke folk about your finances. That's the dumbest thing you could do. That's like having Warren Buffett on one line and your friend who broke like you on the other line. Yeah. Warren Buffett worth about $40 billion and he did it all in finance and he's willing to give you free advice. And you say, nah, Warren, I'm going to trust my dude from over around the way who knows all kind of stuff. He got street sense. That don't make sense. Yeah. Church folk make me sick sometimes because they always want to run everywhere else. And they say they know who Jesus is. They claim, yes, I said it, claim. But how many times have you run to the master first? This man was in trouble. One more day like this, he could have been dead. Yes. One more day like this, his family was at risk. One more day like this, he might not have made it. You need to begin to look at your own life and say, I can't stay here in this condition. One more day like this, something is going to happen that I don't want. Yes. Saul called out to his master and say, have mercy. The man ran to Jesus. Second thing that happens is that Jesus separates you from your bondage. Okay. In some of the classes I've had on chemical dependency and all kind of things like that, there are those who believe it's okay, and that's cool. They believe that identifying themselves as a drug addict, an alcoholic, whatever, even during months and consequently years of sobriety, is a good thing because it causes them to always be mindful that they could go back. There are debates about whether that's good or not. And that's not what I'm up here to debate. But I'm talking to the saints today. After a while, we should not be identifying ourselves by the conditions that we've gone through. There are those that unfortunately have gone through divorce. And for whatever reasons, whether it was something legitimate or not, some people still identify themselves as a divorcee. They identify themselves as an ex-husband, an ex-wife. There are those that still identify themselves in the negative of their past. And Jesus is trying to say, I'm trying to separate things so I can heal you. Y'all about to miss this, but he wants to heal you. Jesus was there to heal the man. He was not there to remedy or medicate the circumstance. I wish y'all caught that. He was not there to medicate the circumstance. He was there to heal the man. Because if the man could be made whole, he could go back to being what he was supposed to be. Some of us in here still need Jesus to separate us from our mess, because we still identify ourselves with our trouble. And guess what? Some of us have identified ourselves with that trouble for so long that we don't even recognize that trouble is messing up parts of our lives right now, and we don't want to accept that past mess is messing up current blessings. in pain from the last 20 years, messing up your opportunity to be restored today. You mad at somebody that don't even exist anymore. They've been long gone and away from you, moved away, ain't thought about you, and you still hold on to that stuff. So that man didn't like you. Don't beat up the man that does. So they didn't give you that job 20 years ago. Thank God for the one you have now. So that person didn't speak to you yesterday. Don't be snot-nosed to the person trying to talk to you. Amen. You need to be healed. You mad at folk in your family over the dumbest things in the world. Live probably no more than a couple minutes from each other. It could be like you live 300 miles away. And you haven't tried to mend or anything because you're still mad that they're mad at you. Yes. The devil is a liar. Jesus is trying to separate the pain and the hurt to deal with you. Yes. You can't find any joy until you quit being in denial and face it. See, that's the key about the man going to Jesus. He faced it by going to the right source. He did not become passive and let his condition kill him. Last thing, and I'll finish. I know it's Mother's Day. Y'all quiet, want to eat your chicken, go out to dinner, all that stuff. Our folk, we got reservations too, amen. But I can tell it's on your face, I know. But just take this as my Mother's Day present to you. When restoration happens, when it comes, the enemy begs for mercy. Yes. Begs. Some of y'all know of this singer. The enemy begs like Keith Sweat. Y'all need to listen to a Keith Sweat song. You'll know that brother begs. He whines. Just wait. Let me go back a little further. The enemy sound like Lenny Williams. Begs. Look at the text. Look at the text. Begs like Al Green, hoping no hot grits are thrown on. Begs. Begs. Look at the text. Look at the text. I'm just making sure y'all alive. Go to verse 6 first. When he saw Jesus from a distance, the man, he ran and bowed before him. That's going to the source of change. Okay? And he shouted at the top of his voice, Jesus, Son of the Most High God, I adjure you, do not torment me. For he has said, come out of the man, you unclean spirit. Then Jesus asked, what is your name? He replied, my name is Legion, for we are many. Verse 10. He begged him earnestly not to send them out of the country. He what? Begged, earnest. Yes, yes. Some folk don't know how to beg. They just ask. You know, when you ask for something, you just say, please, could you? Could you help? But when you're desperate, you go through all kinds of changes. The most dignified people under pressure will grovel and beg at the feet of anyone that can help